Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on e-media.
Buenos dias, Zamboanga! Welcome sa PIA Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Minpro. Hatid ng Philippine Information Agency, SM City Minpro, MCTV, and e-media. We are live at PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages including PRO9, Zanorte News Flash, and of course, Pagadian Media, and also via ISA TV channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and cable televisions here in Zamboanga City at MCTV and e-media. Welcome po sa ating programa, ang Kapihan na Zamboanga will discuss important topics that will help you make more informed decisions wherever you are. Ngayon po sa ating program ay pag-uusapan natin patungkol naman po sa ating mga employment. Kaya malalaman po natin ang mga detalyeng yan mula po sa Department of Labor and Employment Region 9. Makakasama natin ngayon ang kanilang Regional Labor Information Officer. We have Attorney Ray Julius Banson. Welcome po sa ating program.
Thank you, Ms. Myra, and welcome to our viewers. Magandang araw sa lahat. On behalf of our Regional Director Albert E. Gutib, I would like to thank again Philippine Information Agency for inviting us to share about our programs and services and how these programs and services gave impact to the people of Region 9.
So masaya-saya po itong usapan natin ngayon, no? Dahil of course, concerning dito ang ating mga employees sa buong rehiyon, and of course gusto din natin malaman yung mga naging programa natin sa buong 2025 at ano po yung ating mga update patungkol dito, no? Or magkakaroon pa ba tayo ng mga ganitong programa muli sa mga susunod pa nating mga buwan or taon? Kaya po simulan natin, ano po yung ating mga key accomplishment po ng Department of Labor and Employment here in the region for the year 2025 or kahit hindi po, no, for the last few months po ng quarter. And then, yung job generation natin, kumusta po? Yung labor welfare, and of course, yung livelihood po na support natin across the Zamboanga Peninsula.
So, thank you, Ms. Myra. As what you have mentioned, no, meron tayong sa employment facilitation, labor rights protection, and also the social protection for our vulnerable workers. So first, we have the organizational outcome one. As you mentioned, the employment facilitation. So first, we would like to present our accomplishments for a special program for the employment of students. For Region 9, we already have 1,142 SPES graduates, no, for Region 9. And for the SPES beneficiaries, we have assisted 8,047 youth assisted. And of all those SPES beneficiaries, meron na tayong 186 graduates who were hired as employees. Let me give a brief background for this special program for the employment of students for the information of everybody. No, baka di nyo pa alam. Itong special program for the employment of students, dito po ang mga estudyante wherein we give them temporary employment, no, during their breaks para to give assistance or to aid them for their educational finances. No? For example, may problema sila sa pang-tuition, they can go to our Public Employment Service Office to apply for the special program employment of students para makatulong sa pambayad sa tuition nila, pambili ng libro. And also, dito sa program na to, 60% will come from the employer kung saan sila magtatrabaho and 40% will come from Dole, yung sa sweldo po. No? So yun, minimum wage po ang binabayad dito sa ating mga beneficiaries. So ayun, malaking tulong na po ito. So again, as of 2025, we already have 8,047 youth assisted through this SPES. So next, we have the government internship program. I believe isa rin to sa mga sikat na programa ng Dole, no? Itong government internship program is where the newly graduates or mga nag-graduate na were employed as interns, no, to various government offices to give them an experience on how is the world or work in the government office. No? So for 2025, we already have 2,256 interns placed through GIP. And dito kasi sa GIP, no, kasi employment facilitation to, no, di lang kami nagsastop sa intern, we continuously monitor na itong mga interns ma-absorb ng mga government agencies. So as of 2025, 184 GIP beneficiaries were already hired as employees. No? So we have also a new indicator, no, kasi meron tayong convergence program with DepEd for the ARAL program or the academic recovery and accessible learning program ng DepEd. So we have 237 GIP beneficiaries placed through ARAL to act as tutors for those students with learning gaps. No? So may mga GIPs who act as tutors para turuan ang mga bata magbasa and other learning needs. So 237. Next. So for our job fair, no, for 2025, we already have 43 job fairs conducted. In these 43 job fairs, 6,075 na po ang nag-register na job seekers. We also have 706 participating employers, and we posted as much as 292 vacancies. For these 43 job fairs conducted, we are proud to say, no, na 1,119 ang na-hired on the spot during these job fairs. And of those job fairs conducted, 10,437 were qualified and were placed. No? Meaning, after sa job fair, di man sila na-hired on the spot, but tinawagan sila at na-hire, no? After thorough evaluation of their applications. So yun ang accomplishments for our job fairs. Next, we have the labor market information. This is where we share, no, the labor market trends, kung ano ba yung mga in-demand jobs, no, ng dito sa region and the nation. No? So we already reached 359 and 472 individuals na naka-receive, no, ng labor market information. Next. For our adjustment measures program, isa rin to sa mga bagong programa ng Dole wherein no, establishments who experienced economic disruptions, no, and those who want to innovate their business, they can apply into our adjustment measures program. So in our adjustment measures program, we already provided assistance to 7 establishments amounting to 4,526,000 pesos. No? There were 278 workers who benefited under this program. So, yun po, this program is for those establishments who are experiencing economic disruptions to save also those workers from retrenchment. No? So that is our adjustment measures program. Next, we proceed, no, to our organizational outcome 2. This is where we protect the rights of our workers. So next, for the protection of workers' right, we have this single entry approach. No? Ito yung parang barangay conciliation sa labor issues. No? So before kasi yung complaint maging full-blown case, dinadaan namin sila sa single entry approach where we try to mediate the employer and employees to settle the labor issues. So for Region 9, we handled 357 requests for assistance already. And of these 357 requests for assistance, 352 were already settled. No? And the other 5 were referred to the agencies who have appropriate jurisdiction on the issue. So that gives us a 98.6 settlement rate, no, for our single entry approach. And for our labor inspection program, no, this is where labor inspectors of Dole visit the establishments to check compliance with the general labor standards and also the occupational safety and health standards. So we already have inspected 744 establishments in Region 9. And 92.39% were compliant with general labor standards. We also monitored compliance of the micro establishments. We have 4,992 micro establishments monitored. And also, construction projects were also monitored by Dole, wherein 402 constructions were already monitored. No? This is 80% of those construction projects that were registered in Dole. If there are also accidents in the workplace, no, or work-related accidents, Dole is also the one who is conducting an investigation for purposely to give recommendation to prevent the recurrence of the accidents. No? So we already conducted 12 occupational safety and health investigation for 2025. So next, we also have this technical safety inspection where we inspect the mechanical equipments and the electrical equipments of the companies. We already conducted 246 technical safety inspection, and we already issued permit to operates and certificate of electrical inspection to 261 establishments. Next. For Workers' Organization Development Program, where we provide trainings to our unions in the region, we already provided trainings to 323 unions or Workers' Association members. Next. Under our Workers' Organization Development Program, we also provide scholarship to the union members or their dependents. No? So for Region 9, we have 19 individuals who were provided with a scholarship program. Next. We also have this technical and advisory visit. No? This is part of our labor inspection program, wherein we provide orientation to our micro establishments on general labor standards and occupational safety and health standards, and we give them a checklist to assess their establishments if they're compliant with the general labor standards and occupational safety and health standards. If they find that they have a deficiency on the said standards, then they will be subjected to monitoring. No? So for Region 9, we already conducted technical and advisory visit to 5,408 micro establishments, and out of those micro establishments, 83.38% were compliant. Were compliant. No? So as of now, we are still monitoring their compliance to ensure that all micro establishments are compliant with the standards set by law. So next. Now we proceed to our organizational outcome 3 for the social protection for vulnerable workers. Next. So for our Dole Integrated Livelihood Program, no, this is where Dole provides livelihood kits to our beneficiaries to be able to provide them a sustainable livelihood. So for Region 9, we already have 1,231 beneficiaries provided with livelihood assistance. No? And we also provided 249 beneficiaries to the parents of child laborers. So, next. So we also monitor these livelihood programs that we provided. No? We are glad to report that 100% of livelihood projects or 541 livelihood projects are still operational after 2 years of grant. For our TUPAD, no, tulong panghanapbuhay sa ating disadvantaged workers, wherein we provide emergency employment to our disadvantaged workers who are the marginal, vulnerable, and displaced workers. So we already provided 836 beneficiaries were already provided with temporary wage employment. For our child labor prevention and elimination program, we already monitored 2,683 child laborers, and 100% or all of the monitored child laborers were assisted. So we are also conducting caravans, information caravans for the Child Labor Prevention and Elimination Program, and we already have conducted 5 information caravans. For our family welfare program, where we provide assistance in implementing the 10 dimensions of family welfare program, 60 establishments were already provided with assistance. And of the 60 establishments, 4,714 workers were already assisted. We have also a new program, the flagship program of our president, which is the P20 Benteng Bigas Meron Na program. As far as Dole is concerned, we already gave or distributed 21,558 Benteng Bigas for minimum wage earners. No? So next, we also have this convergence program with PhilHealth, the YAKAP program or the Yaman Pangkalusugan program, wherein 14 large establishments were already identified and referred to PhilHealth for enrollment in YAKAP program. And of these 14 establishments, 7,550 workers were oriented on the YAKAP program. 4,640 number of workers in identified large establishments already enrolled in YAKAP program. Next. So, Ms. Myra, that is all of our key accomplishments for 2025.
Okay, thank you very much, Attorney, for sharing that. No, napakahaba. Actually, parang feeling ko po, summary pa lang yun ng total accomplishment ng Department of Labor and Employment, because I know that you have a lot of programs. Marami tayong programa para sa ating mga different sectors of our community. Kaya alam ko na ganun talaga karami yung ating mga programa. But among all that programs po, ano yung mga major po natin na programs or initiative po noong 2025 for the employment and sustainability po, or to sustain employment and assist workers po here in Zamboanga City?
Yes, so out of those that helped sustain our employment in Region 9 is the job fairs. We ensure and per directive of our President Ferdinand Marcos, that we shall conduct one job fair monthly. So one job fair per month to ensure that employment is sustained. So as mentioned earlier, we already conducted 43 job fairs. So we exceeded the one per month. We always ensure that if there is we have the resources and we have the partnership with our local government unit and public employment service office, we conduct job fair as much as possible, more than what is directed to the Department of Labor and Employment. And in addition, to sustain the employment, we also have this emergency employment program. If there are displaced workers, we enroll them to the emergency employment program. And also, we have this Dole Integrated Livelihood Program, wherein we provide livelihood kits to those marginalized, vulnerable workers.
So yun nga po, nakita ko rin yung na-conduct natin na job fair for the year 2025 is 43. So all over region na po yun, Attorney?
Yes, all over the region po.
Okay, so that's, they really consider na every month meron talaga tayong job fair. It's either here in Zamboanga City or other parts of the region. How about po yung strengthening naman natin ng ating partnership? Of course, kasama po dito talaga yung ating mga local government units, and other agencies or other mga agencies na nakakasama natin dito sa ating mga programs. How do we ensure yung ating decent work and social protection po ng ating mga workers in both formal and informal sectors?
Yes po. We in Dole, we always try to collaborate with other agencies para whole of government approach yung pagbigay natin ng services sa ating mga beneficiaries. Like sa job fairs po, we have this one-stop shop service wherein all government agencies that is needed for employment are present during the job fair. For example, we have the SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig. So if those job seekers who are not yet registered with those mandatory benefits, they can register to the said agencies. And also, we have the BIR for their teen and other agencies relevant for employment. Also, other collaboration program is the skills training. No, we collaborate with TESDA. Like in job fairs, also TESDA is always present, no, for their free demonstration skills, and also to advertise, no, their programs and services that would help enhance the skills of our job seekers. And also we have capacity building for our co-partners who is our partners in implementing our Dole integrated livelihood and emergency employment programs. Now, this capacity building aims to enhance their skills in the implementation of the said program. We also conduct capacity building to our Public Employment Service Office through the Basic Employment Service and LMI training. And also we also strengthen our public employment services through the institutionalization of the Public Employment Service Office of the LGUs. No? So as of now, we have 47 institutionalized PESO in Region 9. And also we have convergence with national programs. As mentioned, we have this Benteng Bigas, meron na for minimum wage earners, where we collaborate, no, with the Department of Agriculture, the National Food Authority, and the National Food Authority for this program. And also we have the, as mentioned earlier, the YAKAP program, the Yaman Pangkalusugan program para malayo sa sakit, wherein we identify large establishments for them to register to this YAKAP program. No? So last September 16, 2025, we had this YAKAP caravan in Permex, no? In Ayala, Zamboanga City. And also, we have this ARAL program, Academic Recovery and Accessible Learning Program, where we employ, no, as mentioned, where we employed GIPs as interns to act as tutors for the free tutorial program for students who have learning gaps. And lastly, we have this Livelihood and Employment Summit Job Fair for the 4Ps, for the exiting 4Ps, no? So the purpose of this job fair for exiting 4Ps is for their transition from government assistance to self-sufficiency, para di na sila dependent sa government assistance and kaya na nila dahil sila ay may trabaho na. So yun po, Ms. Myra, ang mga convergence activities namin with local governments and other agencies.
Okay, thank you very much po, Attorney. And we know, no, na marami tayong collaboration with other government agencies, local government units, and other stakeholders, of course, for the betterment and yung for the benefit of our employees. And with that being mentioned, we would like to know what are the latest updates po on the minimum wage adjustment. Dahil meron po tayong naririnig, no, I'm sure ito excited talaga yung ating mga manggagawang Pilipino pag pinag-uusapan natin yung mga wage adjustment, lalong-lalo na po dito sa Region 9. And who is covered by these new rates? Meron na ba tayong bagong rates or adjustment?
Okay po. Just an update, no. As of now, the Regional Tripartite and Wages Productivity Board is still deliberating for the new wage increase, if meron ba, no. Just an update. Last week, we have the series of public hearing, no. On November 10, we had the public hearing for the adjustment of wage here in Zamboanga, November 10 at Grand Astoria Hotel, and last November 12 in Mibang Hotel in Dipolog City, and November 13 at Springland Resort, Pagadian City, and November 14 at Sibugay International Hotel in Ipil. No? So again, the board is still deliberating on this, so wala pa tayong increase yet, no? If meron ba, we do not know yet if may increase ba or wala, because they are still deliberating. But as to the coverage of the deliberation is for the private workers, no? Or workers in the private sector. Hindi pa po kasama ang ating domestic workers or yung ating mga kasambahay. Yun po.
So wala pa talaga tayong initial, no? Yung mga naririnig ngayon, hindi pa yun totoo.
Yes po. As of now, I would like to advise na maghintay na lang po talaga tayo sa ilalabas na official statement ng Regional Tripartite and Wages Productivity Board kung meron na ba or wala. Thank you.
But with the process po, attorney, ito nagkakaroon tayo ng public hearing. After that, ano po ba yung proseso?
Yes, the board will sit and kasi may mga position papers din na sinasubmit ang mga the employer groups and the employees groups or unions, no? So the board is still deliberating on the matter.
Thank you very much po for the clarification. So, abangan po natin yung official talaga once na na-post na siya or once po na may announcement po from the Department of Labor and Employment. Yun po yung ating official po na information. With that po, yung pag-monitor naman, so far po ba ngayon meron pa po ba tayong mga concerns tungkol sa mga employers na hindi nagfa-follow sa ating mga minimum wage or sa labor standards? What steps po should workers take if they experience labor violation? Meron tayong na-mention kanina na isa rin sa mga programa ninyo. Yes, Potter.
Yes, again, I would like to highlight that Dole is continuously monitoring the compliance of our employers in Region 9. No? For our programs, as mentioned earlier, we have this labor inspection program. No? Nakita naman natin mataas naman ang compliance rate. So through this labor inspection program, we inspect establishments to ensure their compliance with general labor standards and occupational safety and health standards. I would like to mention that we also have this technical and advisory visit wherein we assist micro-establishments to comply with the general labor standards and occupational safety and health standards. And then we also have this labor employment education services where we provide orientation to employers who request learning session on general labor standards and other labor rights of the workers. So we also have this workers assistance mechanism. No, we have under the single entry approach program where kung may employee man na may problema sa kanyang trabaho, for example, hindi minimum wage ang binabayad sa kanya, no, they can file a request for assistance at our office or go through our online page, which is the arms.dole.gov.ph, where they can file a request for assistance online. At least di na nila kailangan pumunta pa sa Dole office. And also, you can also seek labor assistance from us, no, through our Facebook page, no, Dole Region 9 Zamboanga Peninsula. We are constantly replying to your messages through our official Facebook page. And if also you would like to call us, you can call us through our online public assistance hotline, which is 0967-420-0859. So yun po, Ms. Mayra.
Thank you very much for sharing that po, attorney. I'm sure na meron din tayong mga concerns na yung ating mga employees po na nanonood ngayon. Kung meron kayong mga concerns on your employers, wag po tayong matatakot or mahihiya na magtanong. And I'm sure meron naman pong confidentiality, ang Department of Labor. They follow data privacy and they follow confidentiality po kapag meron tayong mga major concerns on your workplace. With that, maraming salamat po. Meron tayong mga ibang katanungan dito pero na-discuss na natin throughout the presentation po ninyo. So hindi na po natin i-highlight yung iba. Ito na lamang po, ano po yung ating aabangan, What are the Dole Region 9 plans and priorities for the year 2026? Dahil bagong taon na nga po tayo, ang bilis po ng taon, So aside po dun sa mga naging programa na natin, ano po ba yung mga gagawin natin to improve our employment, improve po yung ating worker protection and skills development in the region?
Actually, we already reviewed our Philippine Labor and Employment Plan, so we will align those inputs in our employment programs. So, for example, we will continue the conduct of monthly job fairs, employment drives, and one-stop shop service initiatives in coordination, of course, with our local government units and partner agencies to connect job seekers with employers and provide integrated access to social protection and livelihood services. And we also have the inclusive employment for our PWDs, or persons with disabilities and vulnerable groups, continuing to provide priority placement in job fairs, livelihood kits during the National Disability Rights Week, and targeted capacity building programs to ensure equal opportunities for persons with disabilities, young graduates, and displaced workers. And also, we will continue our inspection and enforcement of labor standards activities to ensure that our employers and establishments are compliant with our general labor standards and occupational safety and health standards.
Alright, thank you po. With that po, ano naman po yung ating mensahe sa lahat po ng ating mga manggagawa, employees, workers, yes, and of course yung ating mga employers rin, as you continue yung promoting a decent and productive employment for all.
So, on behalf of our regional director, Dole 9 urges all workers, employers, and job seekers across Zampen region to continue supporting the department's efforts in advancing decent and productive employment. We also direct our workers to remain informed of their rights, and if there are issues, you may come to our office or call our office. So once again, I would like to thank Philippine Information Agency for continue partnering with Department of Labor and Employment in advocating our programs and services. And also, I would like to thank our viewers for supporting Dole's programs and services.
Thank you very much po. Tuloy-tuloy pa po talaga yung ating coordination and of course partnership with Department of Labor. Present po kami sa inyong mga activities and of course sa inyong mga programs din po because this is for us to promote and to deliver right information sa ating mga employees, sa ating mga manggagawang Pilipino po. Hindi lamang dito sa rehiyon, kundi sa buong bansa. With that, maraming salamat muli sa ating panauhin. We have again Attorney Ray Julius Banson, the Regional Labor Information Officer po ng Department of Labor and Employment here in Region 9. Thank you very much po. And of course, thank you din po sa kanilang Regional Director Albert Gutib for always, of course, supporting din po Philippine Information Agency. Maraming salamat po ulit.
Thank you.
Thank you and to all sa lahat po din ng staff po ng Department of Labor sa kanilang information office po, maraming salamat. With that, maraming salamat sa lahat po ng ating mga viewers ngayong araw. Thank you very much sa ating mga barangay information officers po na parating nakatutok sa ating programa. Nagpapasalamat din po tayo sa ating mga following sponsors. We have Karimadon, Camiseta, Penguin, and Dunkin, all available here at SM City Minpro. Thank you very much din sa lahat ng ating mga media partners na parati ring nakatutok, especially po sa buong Zamboanga Peninsula. And with that, sa ngalan pong muli ng PIA Director General Catherine Cloy de Castro and PIA Regional Director Ms. Noemi Edaga, ito si Myra Espinosa at magkikita pa tayo sa ating mga susunod pang programa ng PIA Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Minpro. Muchísimas gracias.
Serbisyo ng gobyerno, nasa kamay mo na. Narito ang Serbisyo Hub, accessible na sa Eagle PH app. Tulong pinansyal, legal, medikal at iba pang serbisyo ng gobyerno? Andito lahat yan sa Serbisyo Hub. Dahil lang gusto ng Pangulo, mas mabilis na aksyon sa pangangailangan mo. Kaya kung kailangan mo ng tulong, dito ka na sa Eagle PH Serbisyo Hub. Mag-download na ng Eagle PH app at mag-register para ma-access ang Serbisyo Hub. I-click ang Serbisyo Hub banner sa loob ng Eagle PH app. I-upload ang inyong requirements at sundan ang instructions sa screen para makakuha ng appointment. Ganun lang kabilis! Serbisyo ng gobyerno, mas pinadali para sa'yo!
Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on E!